Hi, I'm Alex Wiedinghoff with Trekkit TV, back in frozen Atlantic Canada. At the end of October, I left on a trip that led to tons of fun, new, and culture-rich experiences. The popularity of backpacking has been rising in the last century and has been added to the wish list of tons of people of all ages, including myself and my travel partner Amanda. Today, I'm here to tell you everything from our trip, the good, the bad, and the awesome, so that you can maybe relate if you're no stranger to backpacking, or find out some new information for your trip. Our whirlwind trip to 5 cities, London, Amsterdam, Paris, Milan, and Barcelona, included so much in its 9-day timeline. Time to sightsee, time to soak up each city's atmosphere and learn about the everyday life, and of course, travel time. We first fly to an airport outside of London and take the bus right into the city. It doesn't take us long to realize that locating places in each city with free Wi-Fi available is something we're going to want to remember. There are tons of local places, like coffee shops, that have free Wi-Fi available to customers. We decide to use this time to orient ourselves when arriving to each city and to find the route to our hostel. Before you go backpacking, be sure to establish what it is you want to absorb from the city. If you have an agenda of sites you want to see, you should make an itinerary. But if you also want to take the time to introduce yourself to the pulse of the city, I would recommend leaving time wide open for you to go where your feet take you. Since it took us about an hour to arrive to our hostel by foot, we decided to spend our first evening in London grabbing some sandwiches in a local supermarket and walking around the city, taking in London's atmosphere before spending the next day sightseeing. If you take note of the time throughout the day, you may be able to see as many as 10 London attractions. We even made it to a production of Stephen Schwartz's Wicked in the evening at the Apollo Victoria. It's important to make sure that you give yourself time for hiccups in your transportation to the airport. On the morning of our flight out of London, we learned the public metro system, called the Tube, is shut down due to flooding. So we end up having to pay extra money to catch our flight to Amsterdam on time. Because of this, I really stress the idea of thinking through your transportation options beforehand so you don't have to make too many inexperienced snap decisions. Our hostel in Amsterdam is really close to the heart of the city, something that's definitely worth trying to plan for because it reduces your stress level and travel time. Here, we learn that being close to the center of the city allows us to have easy, convenient access to many attractions. The crowds of local and visiting people, the smells of the delicious food, the city's integration of bicycling into the regular traffic, and the unique shops and attractions make Amsterdam a memorably wonderful place to visit, even if we did give ourselves over more than once to the sinfully good pastries. Something else that's great to do when you have a more relaxed schedule is to take your time going from one place to another. During this time on our trip, we are able to really get a feel for the richness of the cities located beneath what you see in photos and on television. Paris was our shortest stop, and our hostel was a bit far from attractions like the Eiffel Tower or Notre Dame. But even though our time exploring Paris was minimal, we saw several world-famous attractions and even got to explore the massive store of paintings and historical findings inside the Louvre. For backpackers on a tight budget, there is still so much to explore and take in while in Paris, like the famous French wine, seeing the Eiffel Tower lit up at night, and taking time to experience the people and the places that help make up the exquisiteness of this city.
Train dans 6 minutes.
In Milan, we spent a long time figuring out how to get from our hostel to Duomo, the area of Milan that really allows you to see the Italian culture. So once again, I stress the importance of booking a hostel that is close to the city's center, or taking time to comprehend each city's underground transportation system. On a budget, it's good to find cheaper options of events going on within the city you're visiting. For very few euros, we were able to enter the Milan Cathedral that took hundreds of years to complete. We were able to observe works by Picasso and Matisse, and even see La Scala's Philharmonic Orchestra play. Arriving in Barcelona after some expensive complications in the airport, we are eager to take on the city. One thing to remember, contrary to popular belief, Spain does get chilly at night in the autumn and winter, so it's a good idea to keep your jacket with you. However, the weather during the days of our stay happened to be very nice, and we are able to squeeze in several activities like seeing La Sagrada Familia, exploring the city via the metro system, and spending some time outside the city in the mountains. In Barcelona, you can relax by the beach, have some delicious sangria or paella, and enjoy the relaxed pace and fully unique culture of the people in the city. As you can see, our 9-day adventure definitely included some glitches from trial and error, but it also included a lot of new adventures that gave me a new take on life, and they helped us learn how to solve problems on our own. We had the opportunity to see and freshly understand history and culture, the use of language, and to sharpen our skills on problem solving, directions, and communication. We also gained memories that we're going to carry with us for the rest of our lives. The best thing about backpacking is that you can do it too. There are some pretty amazing resources out there, so be sure to take advantage whenever someone shares their experiences so that you can plan the best journey it can possibly be. For Trekkit TV, I'm Alex Wiedinghoff. Safe travels.